There's a part of me that really wished that upon entering adulthood that I had somebody to show me the rope, somebody that could give me a tutorial, a guideline, because honestly, I became an adult very confused, not understanding what to do. Part of the reason why I entered adulthood so confused is because when you enter your 20s, at least from my personal experience, prior to that, you're able to use your peers as a metric of whether you're doing something right or wrong. Up until your 20s, everyone has practically grown up in the same environment. However, as soon as you enter your 20s, everyone kind of juts off in their own direction, and all of a sudden you no longer have a metric to measure success or measure what you're doing right. On top of that, no one can really tell you what to do because the real world adulthood is really what you make it. You have to define your own path and your own what your future looks like, and that can be super confusing. And as a result, like I said, I entered my 20s extremely confused and not knowing what to do. Eventually, I'm 24 now. Eventually, I kind of started to get a hang of it. At least I think I'm starting to get a hang of it a little bit. And so that brings us to today's topic, where I'm making a video that I wish that I had entering my 20s. You know, for people that are entering their 20s. First piece of advice that I can offer to anybody that is entering their 20s or becoming an adult: the sooner you learn to stop caring about what people think, the happier you will be. When you're young, you care drastically about what people think, and the fear of how others will perceive you ends up dictating your decisions. It ends up influencing and limiting how you live your life because you're constantly thinking about, well, how will I come off to others? How will others perceive me? And I'm here to tell you that sticking to that frame of mind will only hinder you, will only limit you, because there will be things that you want to do. There will be things that are deemed risky, that you're just going to have to take the risk. And it might be deemed crazy to some people. If you're constantly worried about what other people think of you, whether people are going to judge you, whether it be your peers, your family, or coworkers, etc., 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 you're never going to actually do the thing that requires the risk. You're never going to take that step because you're always worried about what other people think. Get rid of that, bury it as fast as you can, because it's only going to constrict you, it's only going to limit you. And like I said, the faster you get rid of that, the easier you'll find itself to go out and try new things and go out and explore and go out and learn new things without having to worry about who cares about what you look like. Take YouTube, for example. I know that I like YouTube. I know that I want to be a successful YouTuber, but there are some people who would deem YouTube as corny. There are some people that would see what I'm doing and they're telling themselves they can never get in front of a camera and talk. If I really cared about what people thought, I wouldn't be making videos at all, and you guys would not be getting content, and I would not be taking that step to become the version of myself that I think I can become. Stop rushing things. I try to tell everybody this. The advice that I've been giving out recently is please plan things in segments of 10 years. That allows you enough time to be able to accomplish the things that you want to be accomplishing. There's social media to blame with this too, because you're able to see a minority of individuals that are in their early 20s accomplish crazy things. They're able to get their dream car, they're able to get their dream house, they're able to make $1 million. You now think that your path has to be accelerated, and you don't even realize that the people that are achieving these things are in the minority. Majority of people don't achieve that in that time frame because these are such difficult things to figure out. If everybody knew how to amass crazy amount of money when they were 20, 21, prices for things would be ridiculous. Inflation for things would be ridiculous. And so you have to learn to relax. Your 20s is about building your foundation, figuring out who you want to be, figuring out where you want to take your life, exploring that life path. And that takes time. You're not going to know everything right away. And so you shouldn't apply pressure on yourself to accomplish things right away because you don't know everything. The sooner you pump the brakes and adopt the mindset of slowing down and allowing yourself to experience, allowing yourself to become a student of things, you'll feel a lot less pressure to accomplish things. And when you have that pressure to accomplish things, you don't make decisions based off of passion or based off of objectivity. You make decisions based off of desperation when you're trying to accomplish something quickly and see results quickly, which is damaging to the thing that you're trying to build. The sooner you learn to enforce your boundaries, the happier you will be, the freer you will be. And I honestly am still, this is something I'm still working on because I struggle with this a lot. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to enforce your boundaries for you. If you don't want to do something, you need to be able to vocalize that. And part of becoming an adult, part of entering your 20s is understanding what you like and don't like, and and understanding how you feel when you put others above yourself. When you don't want to do something, you end up feeling terrible, you end up feeling burnt out. Part of adulthood is understanding that you're in control and you get to dictate, you get to decide what you're doing. You don't always have to go out with your friends if you don't want to, if you're tired after work. You get to decide that, and the sooner you realize you are in control, the less stressed you will feel, because you realize you're not bound to other people's expectations of you. You get to decide where you take this thing called life. Sooner you figure out how to enforce your boundaries, and it's easier said than done. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure this out myself, but the sooner you figure out how to do that, the next day you will become an adult. The very next day, it's like you almost graduated into adulthood when you figure out how to enforce your boundaries. If you enjoyed that video and you want to see more videos like this, like, comment, and subscribe. I make videos surrounding personal growth and encouraging people to reach their best selves. If that's something that interests you and you want to join the community, y'all know where to find me. Until next time,